Everybody, welcome to The Year Was, a podcast all about today. I'm your host, Michael Montalvo, and today we're doing something a little bit different. The year was 2001, and as we all know, today is September 11th. And one of the things that happened whenever I was in school after this attack was that they handed out ribbons with names of victims on it. And I don't even know if that's the right word to use, victim. But we were given a name of someone who was killed on that day. I've always kind of wondered who that person was, and I had never really been able to look up and get a lot of information on them until recently. I didn't want to do a video or a podcast on the attack itself. I just didn't feel right about it, and I even struggled kind of coming to the conclusion to do this one. But here I am, and here I'm going to talk about one of the people who was killed on that day. Because, as I said, I don't want to focus on the attack. I want to focus on the people. They gave us names on a yellow piece of paper that we were to wear on our school IDs, just on a lanyard. And the name I got was Lauren Catuzzi. I didn't know anything about her. I'd never met her, likely would never have met her, but it was the name that I got, and it's a name that's kind of stuck with me throughout the however many years I've been out of school, 18. And last year, it kind of came back to me, and I went in and I did some research into it, and this is what I was able to find out. She had gone to New Jersey for her grandmother's funeral and decided to stay an extra day in order to, I guess, spend time with family. And then the next day, whenever she left, she got to the airport early, which people who knew her said was a little bit weird because she normally was kind of a late person. She got to the airport in New Jersey, boarded the plane. It was United 93. And they took off, and as we know, it was one of the hijacked planes, but it was also the one that crashed into the field in Pennsylvania. She was able to call her husband from her phone and told him that there was a problem with the plane and stopped herself from saying, "I'll talk to you later," and then handed her phone to another passenger and let them make a call. Her husband was, I guess, asleep or out and missed the call, but was able to hear it later, the voicemail. She was 38 years old and 3 months pregnant at the time. She was excited about becoming an author and having a book published, which was actually published after her death. Her sisters and her husband helped finish the book. I'm going to link below a couple of things. I'm going to link the documentary The Falling Man, which is another story of one of the victims of September 11th. And then I'm also going to put a link to a documentary called The Woman Who Wasn't There, which is about a woman, Tanya Head, who essentially faked being a 9/11 survivor. I'm also going to put down below in the description, if I can find it, a link to the foundation that was established and a link to her book. I don't really know how to do this episode or how to end it, so I'm just going to kind of go there. But thank you for listening. What's your 9/11 story? What happened to you that day? How were you affected? I think that's where I'm going to end it today. This isn't going to be a very long episode, but thank you for sitting here with me and let me ramble through this. We'll see you next time.